Hey there, I'm Ryan Osborne, joined by Caleb Ramos. You've obviously seen him throughout the Coaches Show so far this semester, but I wanted to join just to say that this week is all about softball. Now, a couple weeks ago, we took you out to that ceremony where softball was being honored, not just for their championship win this last season, but also for the groundbreaking that they're about to have when they have new increments of a stadium for the softball team here on campus. That's going to be over the next couple of years. Now, the reason why Caleb is here is not because you're going to see him or hear him during these softball interviews coming up, but because there will be a supplemental portion of the Coaches Show coming up not only this week, but next week as well. Caleb, you got a chance to talk to some people who are extremely influential here on campus. Now, I'm not going to ask you about the interview yet because we've got more stuff to get to here on the Coaches Show, but in a little bit, we want to hear a little bit more about you talking to Juan. So we got those interviews. We have softball. We have updates on softball and how they're doing so far. All that and more coming up here on the Coaches Show. So Veronica, you look at your season so far, on-base percentage is really high. Our broadcast partner, Mark Pavlovich, loves to talk about on-base percentage. As long as you have the ability to get on base, you're having a successful season. What's been the key to your success so far?
Honestly, the key to my success has just been to keep the game simple and do what I can to produce for my team. Just following through with my mechanics and staying calm at the plate.
Now, you mentioned being calm at the plate, 29 RBI so far this season. How have you been able to settle yourself when you have runners in scoring position?
Just knowing that if I execute my mechanics that I'm going to be able to hit the ball no matter what the pitcher's throwing me. So I think just knowing and trusting my mechanics allows me to hit the ball when I do have runners on.
Most important thing, only one strikeout this season. Is that something that you pride yourself on?
Yes, I honestly didn't before. I didn't really know how much of a big thing it was until last year. But again, I really pride myself on my hitting, so executing my mechanics allows me to at least touch the ball every game.
5 stolen bases so far. Is that also a key part of your game?
This year, surprisingly, yes. I worked really hard on getting faster for this season. So my stolen base is definitely something that I'm proud of.
Obviously, your teammates are messing with you right now. Is that chemistry good to be able to keep your streak going with how well you've been able to hit so far?
Definitely. My teammates are some of my biggest supporters, so they definitely play a part in how I play and coming out to practice every day.
What's been your favorite part of being a Hornet so far?
My favorite part is definitely the family atmosphere, whether it's the coaches or the players. I've had nothing but a great experience here.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
The Fullerton College Softball team is currently off to an 11-15 start after a big win over the RCC Tigers. If you remember what Caleb and I said at the start of this Coaches Show, Fullerton last year was actually able to get a state and national championship for the first time since the 1980s. That's a huge step and plateau for this program that has continuously been building forward and upward for the last several years. Now, when you look at this program last year, their lineup was very sophomore heavy. You lose a lot of experience to other players moving on and continuing their athletic careers. And you look at this record and you say, okay, 11-15 isn't exactly where this team wanted to be at this point in the season, but they're starting to get hot at the right moment going towards the playoffs. In this first game of a 3-game series that happened on Tuesday, the Hornets were able to get a 5-2 win thanks to a complete game provided to them by Grace Workman. Now, Workman started her first game of the season and was able to throw 7 complete, scattering 4 hits and only giving up 2 runs. And both those 2 runs, neither of them were earned. You toss in 3 strikeouts, and Workman was able to give Fullerton a solid outing that they needed for a win. With the Hornets getting 5 runs, the last one being knocked in by Veronica Moore, who you just heard from a few moments ago, Moore now has 75 RBI on the season and is creeping closer and closer to the FC record for runs batted in during a Fullerton College career. Now, the current record is 78, set in 2019, and as we just mentioned, Veronica Moore now has 75, so she's only 3 away. Moore just needing those 3 to tie, and 4 to take the outright lead and be the record holder herself. After the matchup, the Hornets are now sitting in 4th in the Orange Empire Conference and are looking to continue their ascent towards the back half of the season in order to get a better position come playoff time. If you remember last year, the Orange Empire Conference had quite a few teams moving on to the postseason, so for Fullerton to currently be in the top 4, that's huge. They've got to stay with that upper 4 in the pack and get themselves at least to 500 or better to have a shot at going to the postseason. Now, before we continue forward with what is currently going on with the team, let's get you back out to the field to hear from Grace Workman.
We're here with Grace Workman. Grace, this afternoon, very efficient outing.
Thank you.
How do you think you were able to do? How do you think you were able to perform with Riverside, a big-time OEC opponent coming up to the plate?
Just being able to come out with my team, being supportive always, and just coming out and knowing what I can do and having the team have my back always in and off the field, and just always being supportive.
A couple of strikeouts today. Is that a big time part of your game when you're in the circle?
Yes, I would say so, but I always know that the team has my back. So whenever I'm out there, I already know that they're going to be able to make the plays for me. So getting a strikeout is just a bonus.
Do you consider yourself as more of a strikeout pitcher or a pitch to contact person?
Pitch to contact for sure. My team makes the majority of the outs during the games, which is great, and I always know that they have my back.
Now, you mentioned that having the confidence to be able to trust in your fielders directly behind you kind of changes the mentality of how you're going to perform early in counts. Are you the type who's going to attack the middle of the zone knowing that you're going to be able to rely on your fielders behind you?
Yes, definitely, because just being out there, I already know, like, I'll turn around and I'll be like, yeah, they have my back. And just being able to come out there with that much confidence really helps me.
Now, when you look at your decision to come to Fullerton College, what was a big-time factor for you?
Having a really good team, because that was always my biggest thing, and this team is so supportive for me, and I'm able to just come out and have fun with them and not be stressed out about the outcome.
You mentioned having fun with them. Obviously, they like to mess with you guys. They messed with Veronica just a few moments ago.
Yes.
Is that a big-time contributor to the amount of fun that you have had here on campus?
Oh, yes. Yes, for sure. They're so supportive. They're so nice. We always come out at practice, games, always having fun. The energy's always up, which is amazing.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So as you just saw from softball, they are in the middle of a 3-game series against RCC. And it's a complete team affair, to say the least, because you saw everyone there. Not only did we get to talk to Grace and Veronica, but we got to see from the entire team as well, as they were helping out as the equipment staff there on the field just a couple days ago. Now, I have Caleb Ramos here, as we talked about in the opening for the Coaches Show. He got a chance to talk to some influential people here on campus. You need to look forward to a supplemental version of the Coaches Show that will be coming out in the next couple of weeks. Caleb, who'd you talk to?
I talked to all 3 co-head athletic trainers, Juan Cuevas, Sandra Harris, and Lorena Tarnay. Probably some of the best interviews I've ever done. Great answers from all 3 of them, and very influential, like you said, both here on Fullerton and around the state as well.
You mentioned that recently, Juan getting an award, not only here in California, not only here at Fullerton College, but it's an across-the-nation sort of a deal. So, Caleb, we look forward to those. You get an opportunity to not only talk to those 3 who we have had a excellent relationship with over the years. We look forward to seeing your segment come out in the next couple of weeks.
Of course.
So for Caleb Ramos, right here, the softball team, and myself, Ryan Osborne, this has been the Coaches Show on Hornet Radio.